Conclusion. Great disorder was happening in the conquered lands of the Manican forces. People believed that they were now under the rule of the Manica Magna. The kind of Johnson came clean to what Zenzima and Gosin of their dimension was really like to the Manican leadership. She then encouraged them to denounce them if they were to have stability in their new lands. So Omri called for a massive meeting at the Union HQ building, which he was now head of thanks to his sister. Then he ordered it to be broadcast to all nations that were now a part of his domain. Wearing a black suit and a purple tie, Omri walked to the podium on the stage in front of all the nations of the dimensions, leaders and representatives, and said, Men and women of the new UDN, hear me. So many new nations have joined this great organization, some by choice and others by force. But I'm not here to belittle you. I'm here to give you hope, not the hope of the mannequins before me. They were monsters and evil. They were not the saints of Zero where I'm from. And that's okay. Today I welcome you all into my family, the family in which our God shall be the pursuit of peace itself. Now is the time to come up together as one and rebuild our nations from the ravages of war. We must be each other's keepers, to live, love, play, and laugh together, to defend ourselves, our neighborhoods, and the way of life. Yes, my brothers and sisters, the Union under Manica Insurance is not a conquered one, but a power that together with all its main parts shall conquer the chaos. In the name of peace, all a thunderous round of applause. Kibana talking to Emmy, who was sitting next to her. So this is how everything we've worked so hard for comes to an end, by a thunderous round of applause. Elsewhere, Wayne had grew ill ever since the Union fell. Now, after watching Omri's speech on the screen and seeing all the nations being beguiled by the mannequins, his weak heart couldn't take it much more. Then he had a heart attack and died in bed, with a tear running down his face. The end of the old guard died with the death of one of the founders of the Union. A lot changed with the elders as well. Damien was on bed rest, recovering from his ordeals. His son Junior and Joshua were in the throne room, looking at the golden throne that he shown his father years prior. Joshua, will you take the mantle of heaven and become our holy emperor to lead us out of this chaos with our God's help? Junior, yes, I shall do this. This has been one long journey, but if I'm going to lead God's people to victory, I must do away with any feeling I have or could have with those who can hinder my progress. Joshua, smiling as he knew he meant Catherine. Yes, my lord, Emperor. Now, would I advise you to change your name to Damien II to make the change feel more real. Damien II. It shall be done. Sometime later, the elder forces and all the powers that joined them during this chaos were gathered at Elishu. The new landscape meant a new era for the dimensions. The center would be where they would build their new castle for their holy empire. The name of the issue would be retired, as it was a name that went hand in hand with the endless ages of fighting and war. The capital would be named the Holy Land of the Dimensions. God Himself reshaped this land, and thus it was only fitting to rename it as such. Damien II then called for all of his leaders and generals to come in the throne room for a speech. Damien II, my friends, the God that we serve is good. He has brought all of us together for such a time as this, from bank run to Pinta, to insurance to receipt and more. He has united us all and entrusted me to lead you. I pray for your support and prayers moving forward as the chaos moves to a new stage. Join me, your emperor of this holy empire, as we march toward our goal of righteousness for the future of the generations to come, to live in peace, love, and holiness. Together, victory shall be ours. All in the room bowed before the holy emperor, the true representation of everything the elders embodied. The holy war between the elders, the Billdaron, the Manica, and the Orisonnians was about to begin. End.